Good afternoon. Welcome to another live session with me. How are you all? How was your weekend? Did you all enjoy your weekend? Relaxing? Yes? Or were you as busy as always? Doing a lot of practice, material? Yes? How are things with you? Did you all miss us for the past 2 days? I'm sure that you all did. We did miss you all. Okay. Right. So as I could see that few names are popping up. Okay, there are few names which are very new to me. So how are you all? Doing as always good? Yes? Donna Shine, good evening. Bessie, good afternoon. Pooja Anju, good afternoon. Aji Varghese, good afternoon. Siminibu, good afternoon. Good. So how are you all? How was life? Deena Basil, good afternoon. Very good afternoon to each one of you. I hope I haven't missed anybody's name. If so, very sorry for that. Shruti Vijay, good afternoon. Okay, fair enough. Now, how are you all? Tell me. I want to know how are things with you. How was your Ramya Radhakrishnan? Good afternoon. How is your studies progressing? Are you all finding the benefit of attending the class? Give us some insight so that we know how to or where to improve on or what is needed. Because we always are molding. We are always grateful to each one of you, because whatever we are on behalf of Neethu as family, it's all because of your valid feeds. So yeah, Manjusha Matthew, I know that name. Lot of names that I know. Anybody attending for the very first time? No, all of you are before here. Archana, Merin, good afternoon. I hope you're all energetic and all, because it's the first day of the week. Yeah, Manju Marita, good afternoon. So is there anybody attending for the very first time? Gina Johnny, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Gina. Bessie, fine sir, but busy with work, studies. Of course, I know that you're all, so eager to study, so eager to do your work. I know it is tiring, but yeah, of course, for a fruitful life ahead, don't we need this, yeah? Good enough. So for all the hard work that you have done, definitely God is going to reap you n number of rewards for that. Jitin, good afternoon. Saumya Satyan, good afternoon. Very good afternoon to each one of you. Sita Tarshini, Vijita Varun, good afternoon. Okay. But generally, people who are new, Jinsi Robin, first time. Alright, very nice to hear that, Jinsi. Jinsi, may I know where are you from? If you could, yeah. It's just to add on to my collection, saying that I know people from all parts of the world. That's it. Lenny, Sita Tarshini, good afternoon. Good, I could see that most of the names that is very familiar for me. But as Jinsi was saying, it's first time. So is there anybody who's attending for the first time? Please do let me know that you're attending for the first time, and also the place where you're from. It is not for any other reason. Yeah, of course, I would definitely say that I'm proud to know that I know people across the globe. On top of that, it is just to make sure that the other students who are there, Divya, good afternoon. Vidya Tulasidaran, good afternoon. Vidya, a new name? So other students would feel how much of a diverse class that they are attending. Because there are from Kuwait, okay, very nice Sita. Thank you very much. Sita Tarshini from Kuwait, okay. Good enough. Shanti Vijay, good afternoon. So the other students also should feel that, okay, I am in a class where there are people from every part of the world. There are people from Middle East, there are people from Jean Maria, good afternoon. There are people from India, there are people from Ireland, there are people from Maldives, there are people from Israel, there are people from Anjali Ajit, good afternoon. There are people there from really forgot. South Africa, there are people from UK, there are people from Australia. Okay, so it's such a diverse classroom, and I am honored by your presence. And on behalf of Neethu's family, we would like to thank all of you for the support that you're giving. It's an absolute honor from each one of you. Preeta, good afternoon. Vidya Tulasidaran, first time. Shiona Anthony, good afternoon. Vidya, where are you from? If you could tell me where are you from, it would be nice, but it's not mandatory. Yeah? We are going to talk about two things. One, we'll be talking about a part B question, and the other is we'll be talking about a part A. That's how we'll be here throughout Monday to Friday, where we want to make sure that we can be that significant difference between you and your dream destination. Okay, that's how we are, and we are very much obliged, because if you really look into the Telegram group that we only have two Telegram groups. We have two Telegram groups. One is in Ramya Raju. Good afternoon, sir. How are you? I'm doing good, Ramya. Thank you very much, and I hope you all are doing good as well. Okay, we have a Telegram group. We have just pinned the official Neethus Academy Telegram page. And then why we have pinned it is because we don't want you to fall for any other fraudulent link. So we have two groups only. One is the link which we have just shared, and the other one is an exclusive reading Telegram group. Just Noble, happy to see you. Am I happy to see you as well? Okay, good afternoon. So the other one is an exclusive reading Telegram group. Even though that both are free group, but reading Telegram group will be only accepting you into the group after scrutinizing. That means we'll be checking. Our admin will be asking you certain details, and once you send those details, we'll be cross-checking it, and after that we'll be accepting you into the group. It's not for any other reason. It's just to avoid people who are not genuine. We try to do the best for all our students. So Durga, good afternoon. Madurai, no? Just trying to recall my memory. So we'll be doing two things, as I mentioned. Part A we have already shared. Okay, please do subscribe to the very same channel that you're watching. Please do click the like button. Please do click the follow button. Okay, so that you will not miss any information that we want to share, or any live or any updates that we come with, so that you will get that. And I know that most of you do that. You could see the heart shape, you could see the flag, you could see the hands. So that means you're all regularly there. If you're not, please do not refrain yourself from clicking it. Trichy, okay, look, I'm very sorry, I forgot. Okay, thank you very much. See, one, the only thing that we need is the support of you. So, support. Why it is important that you start following, okay, and why you start sharing. Another important thing. See, when you do a sharing, you might feel that, okay, no, don't look like that, because there are n number of students across the globe who still doesn't know that we are conducting such free classes. Okay, when you share, another person might reshare it, and likewise another person can see this. And when we see, the whole idea behind why we come in front of you with these live classes is to make sure that we can be that bridge. See, there are lots of constraints right in front of us, and also people whom we know, whom we don't know. Our impact they can also be of benefit. See, it's not just about certain constraints. Okay, it can be a constraint on the aspect of time. Time particularly a session or a class time frame lots of I'm not saying any much of a constraint. Family constraint monetary constraints when you share this, which are these free classes, it will be of a help, a benefit. That's the whole idea behind this. Understood? Please do that nobility. Don't think that, okay, I share it, okay, and that's the only way where we could see, when we join with you, that is how we can make that significant change across the globe. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്ത് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറയുന്നത്. So do that nobility. So I hope you all will do. Okay. And also another thing, എന്തിനാണ് share? Okay, share, of course it is to reach, and also it is for assessing us. നിങ്ങൾ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ് നമുക്കറിയോ, നമ്മളൊരു കാര്യം ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുമ്പം ജിൻസി ഫ്രം മലപ്പുറം, okay, very nice. Okay, I've been through that place also a lot of times. So now I know I have a person known. I think you are the first person from Malappuram, okay, who is attending my class. Okay. അപ്പം അങ്ങനെ പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് we can be that change for all those people. Okay, I hope you accept with me or you agree to me. Rashmi, good afternoon. Leija, good afternoon. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും റെഡി ആണോ ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ്സിന്? ഇഫ് സോ ക്യാൻ യു ഗിവ് മി എ തംസ് അപ്പ്? ജിസ്റ്റി, ഗുഡ് ആഫ്റ്റർനൂൺ. ആണോ? എല്ലാവരും റെഡി ആണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു തംസ് അപ്പ് ഇട്ടെ. ആഫ്റ്റർ ദാറ്റ് തംസ് അപ്പ് ആൻഡ് വൺസ് യു സേ റെഡി, ആദ്യം നമ്മൾ പാർട്ട് ബി ആണ് ചെയ്യുക. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു സ്ക്രീനിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്ക്രീനിൽ വരും. ആൻഡ് യു വിൽ ഹാവ് എ ടൈമർ ഓൾസോ. അപ്പോൾ ടൈമറിനകത്ത് നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തിരിക്കണം. Understood? Simi is ready. Okay, very good. I always appreciate your active participation, which is of course very much important. Bessie ready, Rashmi ready. Okay, very good. Jiju, good afternoon. Jinsi, good afternoon. See, do not refrain yourself. Okay, are you ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ആൻസർ തെറ്റ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഞാനത് പറയുമ്പോൾ nobody will. See, whatever that we have. Okay, ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പറയാം. നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്ക്രീനിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഉണ്ട്. So the time has already started clicking. Please do the question and then we will discuss. Do not post the answers. ഞാൻ പറയാം എപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ ആൻസർ പോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യണം. Time, I'm just exhausted, isn't it? I know that few of you have said, Jesna said done, Sheba said done. How many of you have completed? Just put a very quick thumbs up. All of you have done. I hope you all have done. Ini, let's say, what is your answer? Where you got the answer? Manju Merita done, Anjali done. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. എന്താണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ ആൻസർ? എവിടെ നിന്ന് കിട്ടി എന്നും കൂടെ ഒന്ന് ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യാവോ? ബെസ്സി ഡൺ, അഞ്ജു സിജൻ, ഗുഡ് ആഫ്റ്റർനൂൺ. Chaitra done. Okay, very good. Jean Maria done. Excellent. Anju Santosh done. Jisti done. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Simi Nibu done. Okay, these are very, very prominent names because every time when you ask, these are the names which keeps on coming up. Anju Sijin done. Reshmi done. Leija Lazar A. Okay, Vijita Varun done. Sumitra done. Anjali A from first para. Okay. Simi A. Jyoti Vishnu, good afternoon. Marinuman, good afternoon. Sorry, A. Leija Lasif from last sentence. Okay. Jasna Noble A from 4th, 5th, 6th line. Very specific. Thank you very much. Saumya Satyam done. Anju Sijin A from last sentence. Sumitra A. Okay, good enough. Manju Merita, Jean A, all about the guidelines, says about it. Okay, fair enough. Bessie A from last few lines, okay. Rashmi A from last sentence. See the whole important why I keep on asking. Anju Santosh A is the answer. See, because in Neethu's Academy, we want to make sure that we mold in accordance to where you are going it wrong or you are finding it wrong or right. Okay, if it is right, absolutely appreciated. If it's wrong, we are here to correct you. That's all. So that is why it is important to let us know where you have found. Saumya Satyan, A, Vijita Varun, A, Donna Shine, A from last sentence. Shiba, A, Ramya, A, Jisti, A, Chaitra, A, Ashwati Jaya, okay, new name. A, Dina Baisal, A, Anju Santosh, details and guidelines, give answers, okay, fair enough. Jinsi A, Ramya Radhakrishnan A. So I think all of you have found only one answer. There is no other answers which is popping up. Middle and last sentence, Shiba. Okay, Divya Feben A. Now let's see how to deal with part B. Okay, so quite happy that I wouldn't say all of you have commented, but few of you have commented. I would say most also because it's not just even 50% of what is the total people. So there are a lot of students who still have not commented. Now it is important that you start validating. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്താണ് ആൻസർ കിട്ടിയെന്നാണ് ചോദ്യം. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവർ എ ആണല്ലോ പറയുന്നത്, എനിക്ക് ബി ആണ് കിട്ടിയത്, എനിക്ക് സി ആണ് കിട്ടിയത്. ഇറ്റ് ഡസൻറ്റ് മാറ്റർ. സി യു ആർ ഓൾ ഹിയർ ടു ലേൺ. അല്ലേ, എല്ലാവരും ഇവിടെ പഠിക്കാനല്ലേ ഇരിക്കുന്നത്. So why do you want to refrain yourself from not getting benefit out of? See, the whole idea, as I've mentioned, we want to make sure that we mold you from, if it is right, be happy with it. If it is wrong, no problem, again be happy because you are corrected. See, തെറ്റിയത് കൊണ്ട് കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല, തെറ്റിനത് റീകറക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിലാണ് കാര്യം. Understand? So, our students who are not ready to comment, I don't know why you're not. See, there are n number of factors you might say. Others will know. See, others കൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഗുണമുണ്ടോ? ഒരു ഗുണമില്ലാത്ത കാര്യം. അപ്പം do not worry about what happens if they know, if they don't know. Let them know, no. They have no purpose to you in your life. ഇനി ഇത് കിട്ടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇവരെ കൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും കാര്യമുണ്ടോ? ഒരു കാര്യമില്ലാത്തത്. You will be in your dream country. Okay, so think like that. നമ്മൾ കുറേ unwanted things and all. There are certain things which you have to, of course I understand, but most of what we think about others is of no use കാര്യങ്ങളാണ്. Okay, anyway, now part B, when you're doing, first and foremost important thing, please do understand is you have to read the question, underline the keywords in the question, understand the question. Very, very, very important. Do not go for the passage. Read the question. As you are reading the question, underline the key words in the question. Ella word underline cheyaradu. Okay, then importantly understand the question. Because question related are answers. You have to know, you have to find the answers in accordance to the question. Ini option question vaikam. The guidelines are providing information about. So providing, what is it providing? That's enough for me. Of course, it is information as understood. So I am saying providing. Ini option. After that, there are two options. Okay, one, you can read the passage and then pick an answer. If you're like me, I read my answer options, underline the keywords in the answer option, then I pick it up from the passage. So I'm just going to go like that. Option A. When a basal test should be conducted. So this is when conducted. So it is informing, providing when it can be conducted. Or option B, the steps of conducting a basal test. Steps test. That's enough, providing enough information about the steps. Fair enough. Option C, who should perform a basal test? Providing information about who perform. That's enough for me. So now I'm clear whether when or steps, is it showing about the steps or is it saying who should perform? Now I have a clear-cut idea about what is needed. Now after that I'm going to read the passage. Do not skip anything. Please do read everything. So management of adults using insulin pump therapy. So I have an idea saying that okay, it is about management insulin pump therapy. Now to the passage. In preparation for surgery, it is necessary to establish a consistent stable blood glucose concentration in the fasted state, requiring a basal test to be performed. So very specifically it is saying preparation for surgery. So it is prior surgery. It is important that you consistent stable, you have a stable blood glucose concentration. So in order to do that, what should be there? You should undergo a basal test. So very specifically entry, nothing to do with, it is only talking about what is it or why it is important to do a thing. Now, the early involvement of the diabetes team in people on an insulin pump pre-operatively, so before, is the paramount to facilitate this optimization of glycemic management. So they're talking about glycemic management. So early involvement of diabetes team insulin pump is a paramount. So what is the meaning of the word paramount? Paramount is an adjective. So what is saying? Important than anything else. That means supreme. In Malayalam parna parama pradhanamaya. Pradhanamaya alla parama pradhanamaya. The most important. Okay. So what is the most important? Is to facilitate this optimization of glycemic management. So it is talking about the optimization of glycemic management or facilitate. Now next, another beautiful word which keeps on popping up. It's again a word, facilitate. What is that? Easy, easier to make an action or a process easy or easier. In Malayalathil endu parayum sugamamakuka. Okay. Then the next sentence, so it's slightly pointing into option A only. Let's see. The overnight basal test can be performed at least a few days or weeks before surgery. So again, it is talking about when the basal test should be conducted to allow sufficient time for input for diabetes specialist. So this will give them time for the specialist to intervene if needed. So again, when to conduct. If necessary, to adjust and confirm new settings by repeating the basal assessment. So again, they're talking about when to be conducted. Now, why it is there also? It is there. Now, the timing of the assessment can be extended to cover the proposed timing of surgery. That is, if needed, when they want to change. For example, if surgery is planned for 9 a.m., then the basal assessment could cover the overnight period up until late morning. So again, they're talking about when it should be. Now, so clearly it is pointing into which one? A. Now let's see why B. Steps of conducting a basal test. There is nowhere in the paragraph it is mentioning, okay, these are the steps on how to do basal test. Nowhere it is mentioned. Now option C. Who should perform a basal test? No, it is not saying that who should perform a basal test, because the only thing, diabetes specialist. So they are giving sufficient time for input. That means they can do if needed. So they are not saying who should perform the basal test, what these specialists can do with the assessment. Understood? So of course all of you have got the right answer. So there is no second thought about it. So all of you have got the right answer. So the answer is A. Understood? Is there any doubts with regards to my explanation, or if there is anything? See, next word is proposed. Yeah, proposed is a word which means put forward for consideration by others. That's called proposal, or you submit. Or let's say nirdeshichu. That's how it is, yeah. Jasna is done saying, Anju is done, Anju Sijan understood, Chaitra, Anjali dancing. Keep on dancing. You should always cherish when you get something right, isn't it? You should be proud about your achievement. Shanti Vijay. No, okay, Shanti Vijay, the new name. If you are new, please do let me know where you're from, yeah. Saumya Satyan, clear. Okay, fair enough. Rashmi Venish, clear. Okay, good enough. I think all of you are very clear, because most of your answers, all of your answers, whatever or whoever I've said, are only A. So as you have no doubts, what is the next one? Can you all tell me what is today's part A material and how you felt about today's part A material? Because Ningada feedback is very much important, because after that only Neethu madam will go and make the next material. Divya Feben, clear. Anila Sunil, clear. Okay, fair enough. Now can you all tell me what is little tricky just now? Okay. Now I love this name. It is Brugada. So how do you pronounce it? Okay. Oh, okay, Shanti, got it. So the answer is Brugada. Okay, brew as in the coffee, Brugada. Yeah? Brugada syndrome. Tricky, Saumya Satyam. Anju Sidin, tricky. Very tricky, Soumya. Okay. Chaitra Brugada. Okay, fair enough. Rashmi, all are saying Brugada. How did you find about the material? Title tough. Is it title tough? That's why I just said Brugada. Or is it little tough? I think it should be little tough, yeah? Lisa, thank you. Tricky material. It took 16 minutes. Fair enough. Okay. Manju Merita, tricky. Okay. Good. So after giving some easy things on the aspect of every time you're getting easy material, so Neethu madam would have made it into a bit tricky, isn't it? So you should get exposed to all the different types and kinds of material that is needed so that you get all prone, isn't it? Sharpen your horns. It's another thing that you say. You have to sharpen. Tricky, confusing, brainstorming. I'm happy, Bessie. Very, very, very genuine explanation about it. Thank you. So let's see. You all said tricky, you all said brainstorming, you all said confusing and all. Let's see. So part A, we have already done an exclusive video in the very same page that you're watching, in the very same channel that you're watching. Please do go back and see so that you will get a more idea about how to do, what to do and what not to do. Okay. So part A, we have 20 questions, and that's the first item that we do in reading module. So they'll give you the question booklet. You have to write the answers in the very same question booklet in the near to the question answers. Okay, near to the question you have the space provided, you have to write the answers there. And after 15 minutes they'll take the material, so please make sure that you're completing it on or before time. So strategy, skimming and scanning. What is skimming and scanning? What to do when skimming and scanning? How to do skimming and scanning is all done or explained in the exclusive video. So please do watch it. Now let's go into the 3 categorizations. See, in that 20 questions, these 20 questions are categorized into 3. Match the following, short answer question and fill in the blanks question. Okay, each have, even though the strategy remains the same, but different things that you have to really look for. So 1 to 7 is called match the following, where you are literally gonna write the appropriate letters only. A, B, C, D, any of these 4. You can write it more than once, that's not a problem. So that's also the given instructions. If you really look into the instruction, it clearly says 1 to 7, decide which text, A, B, C or D, the information comes from. You may use letters more than once. So only letters. Now, underlining keywords is important. After going through the text, you have to underline the keywords because part A is purely keyword reference. So clearly the question number 1, how the gender disparity comes into action in the case of Brugada syndrome. So how disparity cases, where are they talking about? So the disparity is coming gender. Gender is only as such mentioned if you really look into it. In D, it says being male, men are more frequently diagnosed with Brugada syndrome than are women. So where is the gender disparity? It comes because of Brugada syndrome. It's there in the D. So where is it as such mentioned? It will be in a paraphrase form, of course, but you're not there to comprehend or you're not going to assume anything. Okay, so the answer is D. Question 2. What is the significance of programmed ventricular stimulation? So very specifically, significance programmed ventricular stimulation. Now where is programmed ventricular stimulation mentioned? That's not as such mentioned, but it is there in the abbreviated form. Consider PVS. So programmed ventricular stimulation is there in C only. So there is no other place where you need to. So where is it in all? It's only there in PVS. So your answer is C. Question 3. The condition that is harmless and transient produces little symptoms are. So condition harmless, transient, little symptoms. So where are they talking about all these little symptoms and all? The answer comes from text B in the very last sentence. It may not pose a risk if the condition is short term, doesn't cause symptom or dangerous heart rhythm. So answer is B. Question 4. Minimum age by which the syndrome starts to occur. So minimum age, where are they talking about all these minimum age? Is as such mentioned in text A because it says the average age of death related to the disease is 40 years. So that is the only place where it is talking about, but the disorder can develop at any age, including infancy. So infancy is the answer. So the answer is A. Question 5. Other indicators that should be considered in patient with Brugada syndrome. So other indicators considered. So where are they talking about other indicators? Other indicators are given in the flow chart where it is all saying other ECG abnormalities, fragmentation, malignant early. So all those other conditions are mentioned in C. So the answer is C. Question 6. Sedentary form of syndrome which might not produce considerable issues. Sedentary form not produce issues. So where are they talking about sedentary? That means it is possible to have Brugada syndrome that stays inactive and does not cause any problem. So as such mentioned in B. Question 7, the last question for 1 to 7. Who are in charge of unpredicted cases of SUNDS in different countries? So very specifically SUNDS. So who are responsible? So in these countries, Brugada syndrome is likely to be responsible. Unexpected nocturnal death syndrome, SUNDS. So that's only one place where you have that. So the answer is A. So I have wrapped up 1 to 7. Please be kind enough to let me know what are your total scores of 1 to 7. In the meantime, short answer question where you are expected to write in the instruction, it's clearly saying it can be a word, a number, a combination of word and number, or a short phrase. You will not get lengthier answers, so please be aware of it. You're only expected to write what is there. So here also underlining keywords are very important. So question 8, what should be properly delivered if you want to outlive the condition? So very specifically, what delivered, outlive is a very new word, isn't it? Outlive. You should know where it is. So where are they talking about all these keywords? It's as such mentioned in text A. Sorry, as such mentioned in where is it? Yeah, in text D, the penultimate cardiac arrest, it's clearly saying with appropriate medical care, survival is possible. So the answer is medical care is a two-word answer, MEDICALCARE. Now question number 9, the mean age to find the cases of death due to Brugada syndrome. So mean age, average age. So where are they talking about average? It is as such mentioned in the average age of death related is 40 years. So the answer should be 40 years. Number 40, YEARS. Why number 40? Now just to give you an insight, how many of you know the spelling of the word 40? Can you all tell me very quickly what is the spelling of the word 40? Not the numbers, in words. What is the spelling? Can you all type? I'll tell you why it is important that you start copying as such. Bessie, FORTY, okay. How about others? I want all of you to comment just to show the difference. Just FORTY. Try FORTY. El Shabai Elias, FORTY, Simi Nibu, FORTY, Anju Santosh, FORTY, Manju Merita, FOURTY. Now see, there are two spellings coming, isn't it? Now we should know which one should be the right. Sumitra, FORTY. Saumya Satyan, FOURTY. Okay, fair enough. Anuanil, FOURTY. Vijita Varun, FORTY. Now this is what the significance difference between Neethu's Academy. This is why we want to mold from your mistake. Just a noble, FOURTY, Jyoti, FORTY. Now let's see, there are two spellings, isn't it? Now just imagine if you have taken your own spelling thing and you have written, let's say FOURTY. Okay, now you don't have a problem because that's why we are here for you. We are here to correct you. FOURTY is the wrong spelling. So if you write FOURTY, even though the answer is right, but your spelling is wrong and your answer will become wrong. See, the spelling for 40 is FORTY. No, U is not there. But for 4, FOUR, 14, FOURTEEN. But 40 is FORTY. I hope you understood a new insight about something which we doesn't give that importance. We always want to give importance to that small thing that you really don't give importance. That's what makes us different. Understood? So please be aware of it. The only thing that just because it came, that's the reason I'm trying to tell you, do replicate or do copy from what is mentioned in the text rather than becoming more on the aspect. I'm not saying that you all make mistake, but why do you want to make such a kind of, like something which can be avoided? Understood? So try copying as such mentioned in the paragraph, which is the safest. See, learning, correcting, recorrecting is all something that we can do. I never noticed it. No problem. That's why we are here. Okay. So this is what makes the difference. Understood? See, we say we have written 40, of course. But do you think that you will get that 1 mark? Understand? So be cautious. Do right. See, that is why I always tell my students, reading is the only module out of all the 4 where you can score 500 out of 500. Why? Answers are given in front of you. Spelling is also given in front of you. But still, what do? We make mistakes in our spelling. So do not do that. Yeah. Question 10. Designation of the condition in Philippines which attributes the meaning of sudden death in sleep. So very specifically, see, Philippines. Do we need to look for anywhere else? You know that it is there in text A. Now search for where the Philippines is. So it says local name where in the Philippines the condition has been known as Bangungut. Bangungut. Isn't it? So it's Bangungut. Bangungut. Okay, so it's a one word answer. Do not separate it. Please be aware of the spelling as well. Question 11. People do possess the syndrome based on some certain features in the ECG call. So ECG, where are they talking about ECG? So we know where it is. So the answer is Brugada ECG pattern. Even though, you can say ECG is mentioned. So can we write Brugada pattern there? No, you can't. There are certain things that you have to write as such. So the answer is Brugada ECG pattern. Where do you get that? You get that in text B. It clearly says this is called Brugada ECG pattern. Because the pattern is not mentioned. If the question was saying people do possess syndrome which is called which pattern in ECG, then you can write Brugada. But in this case it is Brugada ECG pattern. Question 12. The factor that could activate fainting or cardiac arrest rather than causing the syndrome is, so clearly factor, fainting, cardiac arrest. Where are they talking about? Is as such mentioned in text D, because these are risk factors. So a fever doesn't cause Brugada syndrome, but it can irritate the heart and trigger fainting. So the answer is fever. Fever. Question 13. Expected result of the program ventricular stimulation if a need of general recommendation arises. So where are they talking about general recommendation, expected result, program, PVS? Where is it? PVS is there. So consider PEF, PVS when the expected result is negative, you need general recommendation arises. So general recommendation is as such mentioned before. When you go that arrow underneath that general recommendation, so it is pointing when it is negative, it is pointing into general recommendation. So the answer is negative. NEGATIVE. Question 14. The defect that could be noticed in sodium channels, which in turn produces abnormal heart rhythm. So the defect, sodium channel. So where are they talking about sodium channel? Only in text B. So these genetic defects cause malfunctioning sodium channel in heart muscle. So what is it? Malfunctioning is the answer. MALFUNCTIONING. One word that wraps up short answer question. Also the final stint of fill in the blanks, where you are expected to write as simple as that of a word, a number, combination of both, or a general phrase. And please be aware of The articles also. If the article is mentioned in the question, you're not supposed to write it. If the article is not mentioned, then you are supposed to. So please do fill in with the whatever is needed. So you are expected to do that. Question 15. A defect in the SCN genes are the general cause of the dash of Brugada syndrome. So SCN gene, where are they talking about SCN? If you really look into, SCN is as such mentioned in text B. The very first sentence, the genetic form of Brugada syndrome is the most often caused by the effect of SCN gene. So what is that? Cause of the genetic form is the answer. GENETIC FORM. Good enough. Question 16. A trioventricular condition abnormalities or sixth sinus syndrome is considered as the dash of Brugada syndrome. So where are they talking about a trioventricular sinus sick? Where are they talking about? It's as such mentioned in the text C, where it is there in the very first comment. Consider other risk markers. Then only they are talking about all the other ones. So the answer is risk markers. RISKMARKERS is the answer. Question 17. Dash is a sudden loss of heart function, breathing and consciousness which often occurs while sleeping is deadly. So dash, sudden loss, heart function. So where are they talking about all these? So the answer comes from, the answer is cardiac arrest, where you get that in text D, the penultimate paragraph. Cardiac arrest, if not treated immediately, this sudden loss of heart functioning, breathing consciousness, all the other keywords are as such mentioned. So it's a two-word answer. Cardiac arrest, CARDIAC Question 18. Revealing of the syndrome can happen due to certain medicines such as dash and dash along with the illegal drugs. So revealing, so where are they revealing it? So some medicines such as antidepressants and antipsychotics, illegal drugs, conditions that cause fever and electrolyte problem can unmask. Unmask means reveal the syndrome. So the one which is missing is antidepressants. It is ANTIDEPRESSANTS, and the other one is antipsychotics, ANTIPSYCHOTICS. Two words, but no gap in between. Yeah. The penultimate question for today. The irregular beating of dash prevents blood from circulating correctly in your blood. So very specifically, irregularly beating. So where are they? Is there in text A. When this happens, the lower chamber of your heart, ventricles, beat fast and irregularly. So where is the irregular beating of ventricles? VENTRICLES. The ultimate question for today. The primary prevention of sudden cardiac death is executed by the implantation of dash. So primary prevention, sudden cardiac death, implantation. So implantation, primary prevention, SCD. SCD is sudden cardiac death. So where is it? It is there in ICD. It's there in text C. So ICD implantation, no, because implantation is already given in the question, Chaitra. So if you write the same word again, your answer is wrong. So the answer should be only ICD. I have wrapped my 20. Now it's high time that you start telling me what are your total scores. Eagerly waiting to see, because you all said it is tricky, difficult, confusing, all those. So I'm eagerly waiting to see how much you have acquired. Tell me what are your total scores. 17, Chaitra, good enough. Jean Maria, 17, good enough, keep it up. Sumitra, 19, excellent, good. How about others? Soumya, 16, good enough. Don't be sad, because you all said it's tricky, isn't it? So, no worries. Even this small spelling errors can be a problem at times. Bessie, 14, okay, good enough. Reshmi Vinish, 16, okay, good enough. Vijita Varun, 16, good enough. Good. Simi Nibu, 14, okay, good enough. Anu Anil, 16, good enough. Jasna Noble, 16, good enough. El Shabai Elias, 18, okay, good enough, excellent. Manju Marita, 17, and Anju Sijin, 14, good enough. Keep it up. Ashwati Jaya, 15. Good. So is there anything Shruti visual? 13, don't. See, you have to make mistakes to correct it, and you have to have that open approach on the aspect. Okay, I made this mistake, now I will recorrect it. Jyoti Vishnu, 15, good enough. So that's how learning is. Yeah, go back, see where you have made mistake, how you have made this such a mistake. It can be as simple as that of not underlining a keyword. Do not worry. And another thing, please be aware of it. We are here for you. And because there is no doubts and all, so please do please do remind yourself that if you have a problem with listening, please do not hesitate to pop into Krista's listening class, because that link will be there in the very same Telegram link which has been pinned. So we will never leave you empty handed. That's what Neethu's Academy is there for you. Alright, so thank you, as Charuta was saying thank you. So I know that you all are ready to say thank you. So I would also say thank you, because it's an honor to come in front of every one of you every day, because the way that you support us is an absolute booster. Okay, so thank you very much, and it was a pleasure meeting you all. Until and unless I see you tomorrow, adios from me. God bless you all. Take care.